So I was watching some of my old videos and I realized I've been doing YouTube for over 3 years, and a lot of you guys have never seen some of my beginning videos. So I decided over the next 5 days, I'm gonna drop my picks for my top 5 videos. Believe it or not, most of them haven't been in the last year, even though there are some I really like, but I know you've seen those. So over the next 5 days, you're gonna see a video each day, my pick for my top 5. Today's is number 5. Driving with John is coming through! So, howdy y'all. I want to introduce everybody, my cousin. This is Billy Bob. Grew up in the country. And right now there's a contest going on the YouTube channel, The Crockers. So, I'm going to interview Billy Bob so that he can give me some idea of what I'm going to do for this video. I grew up in the country, but then I left, and I haven't, stayed in contact with the country quite as well as he has, so I just thought I'd just talk to him about it and get some ideas of what he thought. Sorry. The name of the contest is the Shoot Dang Bang Bang contest. Well, that's a pretty important statement right there. Shoot dang bang bang. Twice in my life I used that statement. Both times changed my life. Well, you want to hear the story, I guess. Alright. So one time I was out in the woods and I was hunting. Put my 30-06 down. Picked up a cold one. No, cold one. One of these. Well, I put down my 30-06 and picked up a cold one like this. And started having a drink. And I look up, I'm out in Texas. And this big old axle deer walked out. Big old rack on it. Man, I looked up, I was like, shoot! Dang! Bang bang! Yeah, it was an upsetting day. Changed my life.
So how is that life changing?
That's when I started to learn how to shoot my 30-aught with one arm. That way now when I go hunting, I got my 30-aught and my drink.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
I don't have to put either one down.
You're definitely a good shot with one hand. I didn't know where that came from.
Sure did.
So you said there was 2 stories. What's the other story?
Well, you want to hear the other story? Alright. Well, you're not the only truck driver in the family. I was in Iowa. Some back roads. It was probably 10 o'clock at night. And I was taking it easy. I was probably going 55, somewhere in that range.
Oh man.
Hit the top of the hill.
You always have great stories.
Sure enough, there's 3 doe and 1 big old buck standing right in the road. I was like, shoot! Hit my brakes. Dang! And next thing I know, bang bang! Nothing I could do. It's just such a sad thing. It says good food go to waste. Well, okay. I scooped it up and brought it with me. Butchered it and ate it. But don't tell anybody. It was good. Wife? William? That's kind of a story in itself. I took that deer home. Took my truck home. Spent my last $350 fixing my bumper and my grill.
Yeah.
So I had to cook up that deer. And that's all I had to eat for like 2 weeks.
Definitely.
What it did was make me, I don't really like eating deer much anymore. But I like me some wild boar.
Alright.
Good pheasant now and then. Love me a rabbit. A deer just don't tickle my fancy anymore. Not after that. Too many days in a row eating the same thing.
I see where it's life changing.
Just kind of got to me. You know what I mean? Changed my life forever. So yeah, that's a pretty important statement. It will change your life. Us country folk know what it means. Do you?
Well, I really do appreciate you talking to us about this. I didn't realize the importance of that phrase.
All right.
Shoot, dang, bang, bang.
Shoot, dang, bang.
How y'all doing? Apparently y'all liked my stories, so my cousin John, he asked me to come back and tell some more stories because you guys liked it so much, so guess that's I reckon what I'll do. Alright. So I'm guessing most of the people that watch this channel are probably truckers.
What? Oh.
Alright, well, John says most of y'all aren't truckers, but I'm going to tell a trucking story first. So I know whether you're into trucking or not, you're probably aware of the Trucking Brotherhood. If you don't know what the Trucking Brotherhood is, it's basically not something you're born into, but when you become a trucker, you join the Brotherhood. And when I just first started driving many years ago, I joined the Brotherhood because I started driving, but I didn't know I was part of the Brotherhood. I didn't know what that meant. So I was on 70 westbound outside of St. Louis, and just driving up the road, minding my own business, going, you know, speed limit, nothing crazy. And lo and behold, this white pickup truck, all jacked up, came up alongside of me off the entrance ramp to the highway. Well, I couldn't get over. I had a rig next to me, and I knew he wasn't going to be happy about it, but he had to stay there until I got past him so he could get over. Well, after he got by me, he went behind me and then cut behind the truck that was beside me, and then zoomed up past him, cut right over in front of me. I knew as soon as he cut over too, I was in some trouble. Well, he jammed on his brakes. At this point, I was already hitting my brakes because I had a feeling he was going to be like that. But it was okay because, you know, I was already hitting my brakes. But then he continued to hit his brakes. And he continued to hit his brakes until we were down to about 25 miles an hour. Well, I had just about enough of that. So I reached up here to my air horn and I just let it rip. I let him have it. About 30 seconds of who for and what to? Yep. He decided he had enough of that and he started speeding up. Well, this is when I found out about the Trucking Brotherhood. Because as he started speeding up, the other truckers around me saw what happened. The truck in front of me started slowing down. The truck that was passing me at that moment got right up next to him. And there was another truck behind him. He got right behind the white truck when he came over. So they had him pinned in. They had a truck in front, a truck on the side, and a truck in the back, and I was following the whole thing. And I backed off and I wanted to see what was going to happen because I was pretty mad at this guy too. But I'll tell you what, it was the funniest thing. He was bouncing around trying to figure out a way out of there like a goat in a ball pit. He was just jumping all over the place. It was hilarious. It made me laugh. And that's when I found out about the Trucking Brotherhood. These are all my brothers out here. Y'all take care of my brothers. You know, they're out here just trying to make a living, an honest living, a good American honest living. So next time you see a trucker, you make sure that you say thank you, because these guys work hard. It is what it is. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell two stories or not, but I think I'm going to. I don't know if John will like it or not, but he doesn't seem to be stirring back there, so what the heck. John, you know, he's pretty big on the politics. I'm not. I don't have time for that kind of stuff. But there was one time I met a politician, and that politician, I gotta tell you the story. It stuck with me the wrong way, and it has a lot of years. It's part of the reason I don't do the whole politicking thing. So I pulled up. I was just a young man, barely in the, you know, I was still wet back here a little bit, and I pulled up to a gas pumps to get some gas for my pickup truck. There's a big old bus pulled right up next to me. I looked over. All I saw was a big head on the side of the bus. And I thought, I don't know who that bus is for, but whoever that guy is, he must have a big ego to have his head on the side of the bus like that. So I watched him stop, and doors open up, and this guy gets out. Man, he is fully dressed like he's ready to go to Sunday church. I mean, he's got the tie on, he's got his hair all slicked back. He's definitely ready for some Sunday church. So he walks right over to me, big old grin on his face, shakes my hand, asks me if I knew who he was. I don't think he knew who he was talking to, because I said, nope, I don't know who you are, but anybody that's got a bus like that with a face like that on it must have a pretty big ego. Well, he took a step back and kind of grinned a little bit, and he said, well, I'm visiting all the areas that I represent, all my constituents, I think is what he called it, constituents, something like that. And he said he just wanted to get to know the people he was representing, and asked me, is there anything that I found important? I said, yes, sir. I got lots of things I find important. My family, my God, my guns. All these things are important to me. I don't really care what happens there in Washington, D.C. Those guys don't care about us. At least I don't believe they do anyway. They've never done anything for me. Everything I've ever had, I worked for. So after we talked for probably 5 or 6 minutes, I think he realized I was not part of his constituents, or however you say that word. So he nodded his head and wished me the best and walked back to his bus. The whole time I'm pumping my gas after he walked away, I'm just thinking, I feel like there's something else I should have told him. I'm sitting there thinking and thinking and thinking, and then it hit me. I know what I forgot. So I stopped pumping gas and I walked over there, and on the bus door opens, and the guy walks over like a confused look on his face, and he says, yeah? I said, well, I forgot something. I told you my family, my God, and my guns. One other thing really important to me, and since you're going to Washington, you probably should know this. My country. I love my country. And the guy kind of eyes opened up real wide. Kind of had like a deer in the headlights look, to be honest with you. And he said, well, I think we all love our country. And I said, no, I don't believe we all do. Everything I've ever seen on that TV, with y'all politicians talking, y'all don't sound like you love our country. Because if you did, you wouldn't do half that stuff you guys do. But just wanted to let you know. That's what's important to me. I love my country. So that was my stories. I don't know why y'all like my stories, but I told John I'd give you a couple more. And I think I'm done talking for a while. I don't like talking this much. So I guess thank y'all for listening, and we'll see if we can get John back out here for you guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day. There's one other thing I'd like to say. I don't know what this YouTube thing's about. I don't know who's watching these videos. But, and I don't know why you like to listen to me. I'm nobody. So, but I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you let John know how much you enjoyed it. Or if you didn't like it, let him know that too. Because maybe he won't ask me to do this again. Alright, we'll talk to y'all later. John! Hey John, are you ready? John? He don't seem to be moving. I got a little bit of shut-eye back there. So, hope you enjoyed the stories. Alright, thank you for watching, everybody. As always, don't forget to go over there, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you ring the bell so you get all my notifications. And make sure you go over there and slam that like button, slam that like button, slam that like button. Love doing that. Alright, y'all have a great rest of your day.